Kaunda Media in this room? I will be so disappointed if they say no because they are host, but I can see, yeah, one at least. Do we have Gauteng, Pretoria in this room? Says the next item is the welcome address by the executive mayor. But before we go there, it was just an oversight. It's an oversight from our
Economic development, environment, tourism, and conservation in the province. Executive Mayor, who is here today with us, and all the councillors available today, Molefe, and media houses that are represented today. We thank you very much for coming through, because this is a media launch, both local and national media that are represented today, and the tourism industry, all guests, and all our speakers who are going to be speaking today. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah, Labana Tita, you know, there's 3 partners there, I must mention. That's why the acknowledgement happened first on the 3 partners. Just for you to know who are the people responsible for what we call National Tourism Career Expo. So without a waste of time, I'm going to humbly, the executive mayor of Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Councillor Barei, Sekgotso Musiane, to the podium.
Program Director, Deputy Minister, Honorable Fish Mahlalela, MEC Kinetu Mosenuchi, all MECs present, Executive Mayors, Mayors and Councillors, HODs present, CEOs present, Department of Education, Media House representatives, all stakeholders present. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor for me to be standing here and welcoming you here at JB Max Municipality in Dr. Kenneth Kaunda District. Our Deputy Minister and the department saw it fit for the media launch to be held here at the Marks of Excellence, as the city is known. Therefore, we are humbled. Tourism contributes a lot in the economy of the country. And indeed, we need experts in the field. Previously, people were not given a chance to know more about tourism and its advantages. That is why we had a concept that tourism was for a specific race in the country. Rene re bona makgwa le borrakgwebo ba di hotele le mafelo a boitapoloso. Lack of knowledge contributed to us not enjoying and benefiting in tourism in any way or the other. Deputy Minister and different stakeholders are here to give us an insight on the expo. Therefore, I urge you all to contribute more by giving enough information and asking for clarity where needed, so that we
Honorable Deputy Minister, Fish Mahlalela, Honorable MEC Ntce Mosenugi, Executive Mayor Baraisi Khotso, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. The NTC is in its 11th year. It's been staged in KZN. The Northwest took over from the Free State, starting from last year. And how this works is that provinces, at the end of the tenure of their NTCE bid, the Department of Tourism nationally advertises for provinces that have the appetite to host the NTCE. This is an event that is hosted by 3 partners initially: the National Department of Tourism, the Culture, Arts, Tourism, Hospitality, and Sports Education Training Sector, Authority Sector, CATSETA, and the Department of Economic Development, Environment, Conservation, and Tourism in the Northwest. The partners contribute financially to the event. We will not tell you who contributes what, but you can print that it is a considerable amount of money, considering that we're looking to attract between 4,000 and 5,000 learners to come through. They're accompanied by their educators, so they come through on those 3 days to do one of the following, or a couple of the following things. One, to share information with the industry and ensure that careers that initially were never opened to learners in and around our country are now open. Maybe when we grew up, we wanted to be doctors. If we were asked, we wanted to be an engineer. None of us wanted to be waiters and waitresses. It's almost by default that when somebody doesn't have money to go to school, some people would have gone, but others initially had wanted to be in the service industry, so they would have wanted to serve people because you've seen it being done on TV every day. Some by default, because you don't have money, you ended up in the sector. And the National Department of Tourism decided that why don't we grow skills in the tourism? Some of us do not even know how to cook. Somebody once asked us in a session somewhere, do you know how to boil water in 4 easy steps? To burn water in 4 easy steps. You take out your pan, you pour in water, you put the stove on high, and you watch the water disappear from the pot. But I know there are people in the room that may not even know how to switch on a stove. They're experts at KFCs, at Nando's, at Steers, so we're experts at takeaways. If you got married and they say you must cook, you're thinking that your mother-in-law is such a bad person. Why would they ask me to cook? My boyfriend or husband did not want me to cook. But we're trying to raise a generation of learners who'd enjoy serving people, but who also would have skills that would grow the tourism industry. We're looking by 2020, and this is a promise that the Minister of Tourism and the Deputy Minister have made to the President, that they will have created 225,000 jobs by 2020. Because the information that we want to share is not only to allow learners to choose careers in the but also for the teachers that are teaching our learners to get on top of the trends as they develop, but also to interact with the industry. The how to boil water in 4 easy steps or to burn it might have changed. There might be a new way of doing things. There's a new way of chopping vegetables. There's a new way of a recipe that was developed many years ago. There's a new way that you can interest learners in the tourism industry. And if we do not bring our educators on board and make sure that they are up to date, we run the risk of them teaching our kids a curricula that is outdated. We wish to also take this opportunity to thank all of our partners that will come through for that NTCE. We're looking forward to our chef's corner. My chef's hat is ready. I haven't as yet banned anyone, but the Deputy Minister and the MEC are going to practice at home in the meantime on how to flip an egg. It takes almost 60 eggs, Deputy Minister, because the first 59, I can promise you they'll fall out of the pan. The 60th one, we're hoping that somebody will hold the pen and run and catch it for the deer. But the chefs will be on hand. I was just joking on the 60 eggs, lest the DM starts withdrawing from the program. But we've got professional chefs that will show and demonstrate on what the learners can expect if they walk into any environment in the hospitality industry. Some people just see the glamour and the glitz of walking into a restaurant without understanding what works in a kitchen. Our kids might be excited by the fact that I want to be a chef because you see Chef Ramsay or you see.
And I said to them, it is happening. Because I was not asking a question, I was saying, the media launch is happening. We are left with a few hours, and it's going to happen. And I'm glad that Advocate Siputi has ensured that she tells us actually about the state of readiness. I would be worried if HOD spoke about the website where you can visit and get more info, the tourism career website. So where you are seated, don't play Candy Crush, play hashtag. Having said that, I'm going to call Ntce Shambok. I didn't say this thing. And now I'm not going to say it because it will look like Sarah and the HOD had an opportunity to speak the time they wanted. Now I'm coming with time frames and deadlines and what have you. So I'm going to just respect, because the next 2-3 speakers are my principals and I still really want to work in this department. Ntce Shambok, over to you.
Us, we are to look at your social conversation platforms. Remember, job well. Do you think those particular tourists will come back to our cities? Do you think they will come back to our province? And what happened to the Neo guest house? Indirectly, so that they make a difference, especially on our young people. Because if you don't invest on young people, tourism will be dead in 10, 15, 20 years to come. The message to the community: we are looking at you to support and to buy our product. There's no way we can be sustainable if we have to wait for people coming from China and US to come and use our facilities. Please, just once in a while, leave your house, visit the closest guest house, take a short left, know your area. It is very much important. To the product owners, regardless of the obstacles and challenges that we do come across, let us shoulder on. We are doing this for the future generation to come. It's not for us, it's for those who will be the beneficiary of this industry. In conclusion, this message goes to everyone. We will never maintain anything that we have not developed, and we will never sustain anything that has not been maintained. So for us is to focus in 3 things. Let us develop, maintain, and sustain. Once you skip one, we will never achieve our goal as an industry. The Northwest Province, re a leboga. We are proud to say, Ariem bokone bophirima, gonne re a itse gore di dintsi tse re tla neelanang ka tsone. Ke a leboga.
Easy. Thank you. I'm talking alone and I'm saying, no. OJ, the dreamer came on 5 minutes. What's 15 minutes? Ha go nka kgaola emisi a gona nka kgaola diemo batho botlhe ba tlang ko morago yaanong ke ba ba duelang salary kore wa itse the dreamer ga o mpereke sentle mare go tla siama ke sa senye nako. You know, I realized something that we failed to say today. And I know MEC said, keep time. But I know MEC, somebody on a linguichuarelo mopilong. Because whilst I'm going to give MEC this platform to say what I'm going to say, I think I have to say it also as the program propeller. Ne? My former MEC, Med Desbom, who used to say, I'm the propeller of the program. So, MEC, there's something that I didn't do as a woman, in women's, and I apologize, and I know it's your platform to also say that. But I thought I have to say it to all the beautiful, beautiful women in this room, MEC. And MEC, if you look at the panelists here, you will see that we really had to come with that figure because it's Women's Month. This morning I was talking to one of my colleagues from SABC, one of my friends in the media space, Kim Murakere. Let's go, dear.
To establish strong partnerships in order to strengthen in our country. The notion of education being a departmental matter only has long perished. Through active stakeholder participation in our strengthened partnerships with the Department of Tourism, we have made education in our province a societal issue. Our government has said they cannot address the challenges alone. The space for social partners has been created, and we have grabbed it with both hands as Northwest Department of Education. We are promoting and protecting the culture of learning and teaching in our province by inculcating the code for quality education amongst all role players with positive vested interest in education in order to achieve quality learning and teaching for all our learners in the province and for all the subjects that are being taught in our schools. The Northwest Department of Education is encouraged by the Department of Tourism's initiative to roll up their sleeves and help to improve our sector. And this includes the introducing educator skills development programs, which collectively we are on the right path, and thus far. The Northwest Department of Education fully and unconditionally support all the planned NDT and Ntce activities. The Department of Tourism, you definitely heard the cries of our educators when we made a presentation on their behalf in Durban on the 3rd of May 2019 regarding the return of educator development activities. Principals, the school management teams, the parents, participating learners and educators, and gentlemen, through our collaboration, we have heeded the call by the South African government to join hands in improving the education system and made partnerships a priority to achieve this. By working together, we are contributing to the improvement of service delivery, eradication of poverty, and the development of social well-being of the African children. Mwana,
to go to schools, and we've been in government and in
the industry that is partnering with us, which is very critical. Ladies and gentlemen, we were gathering here today as explained by the HOD of the department to launch a National Tourism Career Expo 2019. As you have been explained by the team, and the Tourism Day that I've indicated took place in Howick, in KwaZulu-Natal. Both happened in the month of September. That as the MEC was saying, even if you're visiting a friend, within the area where you are visiting your friend, there is a tourist attraction there. Go and spend time with yourself or take families there as well. Because they might be visiting within the surrounding. They might not even know that there's a tourist attraction where they're staying. So give them space to travel with them, take them to that tourist attraction, so that they are able to explore their own country. Since time immemorial, people have been gathering in expos to exchange goods, services, and information. A byproduct of these interactions between people who often travel long distances to these expos was dialogue and exchange of skills and knowledge and an interaction between cultures. This is the tradition of which World Expo originated. So this is part of the thing that we're doing as a department. As part of the 7 priorities announced by the President in this State of the Nation address, education and skills development is the core mandate of the sixth administration. It is therefore without doubt that the National Tourism Career Expo is one of the platforms to advance the skills revolution. The NTCE represent ideas, initiatives, and active engagement between learners and educators, curriculum development, developers, government, and the private sector, who share the common goal of taking skills development in tourism to the next level. Career Expo talks to the needs of the primary target when we promote tourism, inclusive of hospitality, travel, conservation, aviation, sports, and other related sectors as career, professional, and business entrepreneur of choice. Young people will actually benefit from this Career Expo through very interactive platform that includes industry speakers platform, where engagement with young people takes place on what the industry is all about, and more importantly, on what it is that it can offer to those young people. The interactive exhibition platform are central part of the expo. It meant in the national government and yourself as a province, you have traveled with us thus far. As the impact of the National Tourism Expo, it is visible that in our skills, we need to make sure that we deal with those challenges. We know that the issue that we are confronted with is to say, how do we create job opportunities for our people so that our people have enough jobs, especially the young people? Because the country as we are now, we are in a serious economic crisis. Unemployment has dropped from 27 to 29. The rate of young people that are employed is unacceptable, very high, close to 60%. We've got, when you use the expanded definition of unemployment, we're sitting at close to 11 million people, South Africans, that are unemployed. It's a time-ticking bomb. So it's a matter that we need to deal with it urgently. The Minister of Finance has released the day before yesterday a discussion document on an economic strategy. We are calling upon all South Africans to engage into this discussion. We need an urgent short-term intervention that must, within a very short, to turn this situation around and make South Africa a better place. We must go back to where we were in 2006, 2007. For that to happen, it will require political will, I'm told. So I'm told it was very difficult. She had to endure an extraordinary pain that most mothers doesn't. It was impossible.